Hi, this is Victoria Green. I am licensed real estate broker and licensed loan officer, and today I'm going to talk about new constructions. So if you're considering purchasing new constructions, you have several options. First option, you can buy a spec home. A spec home is what you see very widely throughout the United States. Developer developed large piece of land and divided it in each lots, and the builder owns the land, and the builder has several floor plans that you can select from, you can choose from, and the builder will build a house for you. So this process is very fast. It's usually priced lower just because the builder can purchase the required building material at a lower cost because they purchase it for thousands and thousands of homes if it's like national builder like D.R. Horton. And you always know how much you will pay for the property, and in many cases you can even lock in your entrance rate. So let's say from the moment you identify the lot that you want to completion, getting key to the house, it's usually 6 months. So you can get into a house within 6 months. And many of these builders are VA approved. They have all the requirement, the certification. It's a very easy transaction. However, it gives you absolutely no flexibility. Like whatever the builder gives you, this is what you purchase. This, you cannot select anything, you cannot modify. Then we have semi-custom home. Now here again, it can be on your land, it can be on builder's land. You do have to use builder's approved floor plans. Now you have the ability to make some changes. Let's say you can add a deck, or you can, instead of one room, you can make it into a loft if you want to, so open it up. There might be some options to add a bathroom. It might be some opportunity for living room to make it larger, where you extend the exterior wall. And the builder will give you several options that you can choose from. Additionally, with semi-custom home, you can go to a design studio or to a builder supplier, and you can select your flooring, the colors of your flooring, your countertops, the color of your kitchen cabinets. You can select interior paint, exterior colors. So there are some opportunities to make it unique to you, what you like, but within what the builder allows. So then, of course, the final is true custom home. Now, this is where you select your land. Many times you purchase your own land, you select your floor plan. So you have your architect, you select your floor plan. You modify the floor plan however you want it. If you need to add 5 more bedrooms, you have the ability to do so, as long as you pay for it. Your selections, you go to any builder supply store and you select whatever you want as long as you are able to pay for it. So the only limitation is your pocketbook right here. So one difference, the custom home building is time consuming. To pull the permits, it will take much longer compared to a spec home. You do not know the final cost. You do not know when you start building the house, the kitchen cabinets that you were considering cost maybe $15,000. Now here we are, it was raining, we had hurricane season, we cannot put the foundation, and we delayed the constructions for 3 months. Now the same kitchen cabinets are $17,000. So you will have to pay it. You cannot, in many cases, lock in your entrance rate. So let's say it takes you a year to build your house. When you start building the house, you're pre-qualified for $700,000 at 6% interest rate. Something happened a year later, we have 8% interest rate. So you no longer qualify for the house. So it's very risky. It's very time consuming. And most important, the custom homes do not always appraise 100% with VA loans. And just to give you a reason why. So on custom home, you select your floor plan. You select where you want your laundry room, where you want the garage, all the measurements. So you have your final floor plan that you submit to the builder, and he gives you a price. Now let's say, just a simple example with ceiling heights. So the floor plan you submitted to the builder is 10 feet ceiling heights throughout the house. And then you say, you know what, I like to add 2 feet. I want 12 feet ceiling heights throughout the house. This will add additional cost to the framing and drywall. Just 2 feet can cost you 4 to 10% more for framing and drywall. So this is something that you did not calculate in your initial pricing of the house. So we are increasing the ceiling height just by 2 feet. Now the windows and doors. If you put regular windows and doors in a home with 12-foot ceiling, it will look awkward. And any designer will tell you it will look awkward. You need to adjust your windows. You need to adjust your doors to the high ceilings. Again, we are adding cost because those are now custom windows that cost more. Being that we added height throughout the house, we need more powerful HVAC system. Again, we are adding cost. So that's how it's, when I said you don't know what your final cost will be, that's where it comes. If you make just a little change, I just increased the ceiling height by 2 feet, it will increase your cost for many other things. Painting labor will be increased, because now you have to paint more square feet. So you increased the height just by 2 feet. You have all these additional costs. But guess what? VA appraisal will not give you any value if you have 10-foot ceilings or if you have 12-foot ceiling. Will not. So basically, this is the difference. This is what I mean, that you will have to be prepared to pay additional cost out of your pocket. Now, I need to be very careful. If you are in an area where custom builds are norm, then you don't have to worry about it as much. Just be prepared for it, but it could be that your house will appraise for VA loan. But if you're in an area, for example, around Fort Bragg area, outside Moore County, don't consider Moore County. We're talking about Cumberland, Harnett, and Hoke, Lee County. If you're building in those counties where custom homes are very few and very far in between, then be prepared to pay for this additional upgrades because they're not customary in this market. They're not customary for VA loans. If you have any questions, let me know. I will be more than happy to answer all of your questions.